Hi, welcome to the National Quiz Choice Online Essay. Hi, I'm now with Mr. Meng himself, who is just written this book, Search Inside Yourself, and I have some more questions for him actually, and this is part 2, in case you missed the part 1. And that is, Mr. Meng, may have asked, how does one able to manage, recurring anger? Because meditation is one of the greatest aspects to overcome anger.
That's right.
But how do you cope with recurring anger? I'm sure you do have anger yourself.
That's right. So in general, the general framework for dealing with any afflictive emotions is this: 3 steps. The first step is attentional. So dealing with attention. The second step is affective. So dealing with the emotion itself. And the third step is cognitive. So which is the thinking aspect. So let me give you an example. Using anger as an example. When you are angry, the first step is the attentional aspect of dealing with anger, which is 2 words: stop and breathe. So using attention, bring attention away from the stimulus anger to the process of breathing, and first just stop. And stopping is called the sacred pause, and it's this pause that enables skillfulness in dealing with emotions. And then after pausing, breathe. And the reason to breathe is to stimulate the vagus nerve, and that has the effect of lowering your blood pressure, lowering your heart rate, and relaxing the muscles around the chest. So that creates a physiological aspects of calming down. So that's step 1, attentional strategy. But that's not enough. Step 2 is an affective strategy, dealing with the emotion itself. And in this case, it is to notice. Notice the emotion in the body. See where it's manifesting. Why is that important? That's important because the moment you bring attention to the emotion, you're engaging your prefrontal cortex, which is the thinking brain. In other words, what is an unconscious activity now becomes something that you are conscious about, that your thinking brain is involved in. And that creates a possibility of change. So that's step 2. But again, that's not enough. Step 3 completes it. Step 3 is a cognitive strategy. It is now that you've calmed down, now that you've engaged your thinking brain, think about 2 things: reflect, respond. Reflecting on what's happening with me, the stimulus, the greater picture, and responding in a way that is most positive, most compassionate, and kindest. So that's the strategy.
Amazing. And how does one deal with mood swings or depression? And there are people who has mood swings and depression while they're doing meditation.
I give you the general answer, and then there's a specific answer. The general answer in when you're meditating and any emotion that arises, don't have to be too attached to them. So you might find that as you meditate, you might find a lot of things arising in your mind. Sometimes they're very positive. Sometimes you feel ecstatic. It's like, everything looks great. And then after a few minutes, it disappears. You say, where's my ecstasy? Right? So in that case, don't be attached to it, because these feelings come and go. You see it come, you see it go. It's very natural. And it's the same with, on the flip side, the negative emotions, like suddenly feeling unhappy, sad, depressed. In general, see it arise, allow it to arise, allow it to be, and let it go. And there's a very nice analogy, which is the analogy of a host of a house who's very nice, he's very open. Whoever comes to his house, he said welcome, he allows them to stay, and then when they leave, he allows them to leave. So people he likes, the good guests, the ecstasies, he allows them to come, stay, and go. People he doesn't like the anger and whatever, he allows them to come, stay, and go. That's the mind. So in general, that's a way to do it. So specifically, if you are very, very depressed, however, if it gets too much, you might want to consult medical help, because sometimes it sort of needs. There could be chemical imbalances, and it's not bad to seek help.
What advice would you give for those on leadership,
Yes.
as well as those who are on their journey?
Yes.
They're trying to find the meaning of world peace. And could you give some 3 points on this issue?
Leadership and world peace.
Yes.
Maybe two things that come to mind right now. The first is that peace starts from within. Right? The prerequisite of world peace is inner peace. If you have inner peace, then you will have inner happiness. If you have inner happiness, you have compassion. If you have compassion, and if everybody else have the same inner peace, happiness, compassion, there will be world peace. That's the first insight. There's another insight which is, I think, equally useful and important, which is the insight that there is no sacrifice. Right? Often we think, we either earn money or have world peace, right? Or we are good or we are profitable. Choose one. However, I think it's important to realize, and the research shows this, that you can be good and profitable at the same time. And in fact, a lot of times, being good is profitable. And let me give you an example. This is a study that's trying to figure out the top 25% of managers, the bottom 25% of managers. The study tries to figure out the difference between the two. Like, what are the top doing that the bottom are not doing? The top performing and bottom performing. And the surprise was this: in the study, they found only one factor distinguish the two groups, which is affection. Like the top performing managers, they love people and they want to be loved. So at first it's surprising because we think, right, at work you're either effective as a boss or you're liked, and you cannot choose both. But these people, the research shows that it's actually both. Why? Turns out there's a very simple explanation. Because the more you like your boss, the better work you do. It's as simple as that. And the better work you do reflects on the boss's success. So this is an example of goodness creating success. And I think it's universal. In general, goodness can create success.
And Meng, if you had not written this book, search inside yourself,
Yes.
what would you have done if this book didn't exist?
I have no idea. Write another book, maybe. I'll play golf all day. I don't know.
Okay. Well, folks, thank you for watching. I'm Robin Stienberg, saying Haytt. Do look out for this book. Search inside yourself. Available at all good reading stores and as well as ebook.
Thank you.
Okay.